X on fire with those
Dome records by the Cowboys. Fan attendance is up, and tonight we've got an action-packed show that features Cowboys riding for $600 grand. That's all that needs to be said to let you know their hammers are cocked and they're ready to ride.
You got it, buddy. Sharon?
Thank you, Bobby. I've been talking to the Cowboys, the Cowgirls, and some of the audience, and it's an exciting atmosphere in the Dome tonight. A little later, I'll be trying to catch up with Sawyer Brown before they go on stage. Word has it they've been down behind the bucking chutes trying to catch a little rodeo action.
Bill Bailey, I know what you've got to say. It's exciting.
That's right, Bob. It is a special night. Tonight's the night we pick our grand champion steer. Last year, our grand champion sold for $300,000. And we're also going to be having the world's largest and wildest calf scramble. That's another great event that benefits the youth of Texas.
You got her, Bill Bailey. I know that our team is ready to go if you're ready. Right now, I'm going to get them all set. Hank Williams Jr. is getting ready. Sawyer Brown's ready. Let's go down to the bucking chutes and ride some bucking horses in the bareback riding. Hang on. Marvelous Marvin Garrett, the world champion bareback rider. Oh, he's done it time and time again, and what he likes to do at Houston is show you what the 80s look like. Belfast, South Dakota is where he's from.
Oh, man. Look at this guy
Look at him, spur boy.
You know the thing about Marvin Garrett, Bob, and I think this is one of the things that has earned him 3 world titles, as we rely on the Tiger and Exxon to show it to us one more time. You know, when you watch this guy ride, you think at any minute he's going to fall off on his upper body, but on his lower body, you see control.
No.
You see the legs fly and then reach with control and strength. When it's done that way, it gets you the kind of markings that get you checks, and checks get you gold buckles.
77 points will put him up there for the money tonight.
All right, Billy Boyd, Canada. Here we go with a great Canadian champion and a National Finals Rodeo bareback bronc buster. For those of you who were early to be a part of our exceptional rodeo, this is a cowboy that carted a kid around with him and had the time of his life. And to those of you in the pavilion section on the east side of the Astrodome, who are our special guest tonight, we hope you're enjoying the live action as much as you did participating in our exceptional rodeo. Why has Billy Boyd been so consistent as a bareback rider? Because look at the lick. Even keel. Feet. Even on both sides. That's why 77 points will get him some money. As a matter of fact, it should be good enough to get him first place money.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many times can a man win the all-around championship of the world? As many as he wants to, and his name is Ty Murray. Stephenville, Texas! Come on! Let's go! Ride a horse! Houston, here's the man. He's on his way to $2 million in his lifetime earnings. Now, folks, oops, hang on. Oh, it's Ty Murray. He won't fall off. Huh? Yeah, we want him for an interview, and the horse is going to take him back to meet Sharon. Huh? Ty, try to get off next to the... Oh, there you go. Thank you. He's going to go do the interview right now. Would you give him a welcome back to Houston? What a cowboy. What an opportunity. Oh, man. Well, here's Sharon. She's meeting him head on seconds later. Sharon, Ty, do it.
Ty, can we get you to look up at the screen and review your ride for us?
Well, yeah, if you'll show it. My right felt pretty good. My right foot got hung in his mane, and I was having a little trouble getting it out, but he was a pretty good horse. He was a little uneven. He would buck one jump and then kind of gather himself the next. Did the best I could.
Ty, can we ask you how special it is to be in Houston this year?
This is my favorite rodeo. They got the greatest fans in the world, and probably the most of them too, so it's always fun to come here.
Ty, thank you. Back to you, Bobby.
He's running for mayor.
Oh, Sharon, thank you. Randy Slaughter, his name's in it too, and he's next to go.
He's one of the top 10 bareback riders in the world, a 5-time Turquoise Circuit champ. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. For those of you who know a good bareback ride, I believe you just saw one. This little power pack from Gallup, New Mexico did cock his hammer and fire. Beautiful bareback ride.
You see this kid clapping his hands? He liked it, you liked it. But the consistency of what the horse did and what his body delivers, look at there. He's laying back, looking at the Lord above and spurring at the devil below, and that's where the money's going to be made. Beautiful. Right there. Oh, that's nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, when it's done right, it pays off. Check out the market.
81 points. You're talking about money. Well, Slaughter slaughtered him here tonight. He couldn't have done it without old Superstar, though.
Now, Scotty Lund, let's go to Montana for a quality kind of bareback bronc rider. 77 on his first one. Cohagen, Montana, drew good again. This is a horse they call Skulls Kermit. Jump, kick, show him the belly. Come on, Houston, rock and ride with him on a Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of bareback ride you would put on a film and use in an instructional video. Scotty Lund of Cohagen, Montana, climbs aboard a horse they call Skulls Kermit. We're going to talk about showing you lots of belly. This horse jumps and really kicks high out the back end. The cowboy rips and reaches with those feet. When the front feet of the horse hit the ground, his feet are placed in the animal's neck. As the horse bends and blows, he drags those legs up to the rigging, and it looked nice. Now, with a 77 on his first one, we get a marking of 80 points and a lead of the bareback riding goes to Montana.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 years ago, this man was one of the top marked cowboys at Houston. 2 years ago at Fort Worth, we broke his leg in 17 places. A year ago, he watched it on TV. Tonight, he is back in business to get the money. This is a family man with a beautiful wife that is a barrel racer. His kids and his ranch that he has bought with his rodeo earnings, a Canadian and American money, is a beautiful place to go home to. But tonight in the 8th wonder of the world, Billy Lay says, Yellow Twist underneath me, do your thing. He does not have an average run coming in here on 2 head. He needs a day money ride. So Houston, whatever you can do to help him, let's see what we can make the horse buck better. Remember, when a Canadian wins a buck in the States, he takes it home, he gets $1.35. And if you're thinking about it, you don't need to go abroad for a vacation. Canada is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Come join us this summer. Billy Lake, get him out of there, boys. Holy mackerel. Look out, he'll kick your head off. Oh, man. I want to see an Exxon replay on this. Ladies and gentlemen, how close can you get it, Billy? Billy, take a look at this, Bill. Look up. There's Bill Ziegler, our Justin sports medicine trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, when this horse started, he just exploded. Right about here, Bill hung a leg on the gate. The horse hung, oh, I see what it is, the tie rope. They had the horse cross-tied in there. Show it to us again, Zoli, if you can. They're going to give him a reride. Now, you see the neck rope around the horse? It didn't release when they needed it to. It swings the horse around the end of the gate and ripped him down. That is a mechanical failure. Thank you, Lord, for not killing him. We're on another yellow horse right out through the middle. Oh, boy, everybody hang and rattle tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all we need to do is give Daryl Cholat, here's his traveling partner from Canada, is an opportunity to ride the Yellow Rose. We had Yellow Twist and Yellow Rose back-to-back. Vashon, Okotoks, Alberta. Here's another rancher. This guy's got some of the most beautiful rolling hill country in a little town just out of Calgary. Those boys are neighbors, about 60 miles apart. Well, it's kilometers in Canada, but that's about how far apart they are. 72 for Mr. Cholat, 7-2. Now, let's go to the calf roping. Yahoo, buckaroos, that's what I wanted to hear. It's all going to happen in the calf roping. It starts right down front. Let's go to Keith. Nod, ride, rope. Sonora, Texas. A great place to go.
Yeah, this man's a champion of the Cheyenne Frontier Days. He's got a son, his name's John Duke. And you don't call him John, you don't call him Duke. If you don't call him John Duke altogether, he'll kick you in the shins.
Boy, don't come to dinner unless he's called right. Let's go to it. Now, watch the position. The little buckskin horse plants her in the ground. He's got a calf on the end of that line. That is not a fish out of water. Look at this man's hands now. That's what I'm talking about. You put 1, 2, 3, 4, it all adds up to 10. But he did it in 9-6. Actually, it's going to be 9-7 if the calf stays tied.
You want something else to brag about? This man had the good taste to marry a lady that graduated from Texas A&M University. So I've talked to Keith and his better half. She was the captain of the rodeo team at Texas A&M, as a matter of fact. Her name was Anita Balch. Her daddy played for the Dallas Cowboys. But the story is there's a partnership between the two of them. He makes it and she spends it, so don't tell me she didn't get a good education at A&M.
I've got one of those. I've got a 25-year proven fact of how that works. I guarantee you.
I got to talk about this next kid. But here's a man that lives just down the road. I'm talking about a buddy I've known for a long time, Tony Reyna from Bowling, Texas. This young, good-looking kid is a model when he's not a cowboy.
Yes, he is.
Yes, and he can rope.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, he's
Hang
long
on.
and lanky.
Look at
Yeah.
here. Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
Buddy. You have got a new leader.
I got to tell you a story. I was down in the valley before we came up here, a little town called Los Fresnos, just north of Brownsville. And Tony was down there, and I told everybody that he was a model. And all these girls looked at him and screamed. And so I seen Tony later, and he didn't say that. So I saw his mother. I saw his mother outside the dome coming in. She goes, "Did you know Tony's getting married in a month?"
Yeah.
He said, "No." I said, "No." He said, "Well, he told you that in Los Fresnos." I said, "He didn't tell me anything." But I think his girlfriend's here tonight. I bet you she's probably his fiancée, I should say.
Fiancé in the month of April.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations on both counts. 8-7. Bowling, Texas is your leader.
8-7. We'll take that one to the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, from Huntsville, Texas, in this arena, Joe Beaver is a hometown cowboy. Time and time and time and time again, he has won the world championship. He has won second, he has won third. What can he do at Houston but win it again? Let's go, the little buckskin horse, put him in
look at
place. Come on, Joe. Get a hold now. Calf is not being cooperative tonight. Get back, Buck. This is not the calf to draw in the first round if you're going to try to be impressive. Oh, man.
If you're worried about Joe's run tonight and the calf roping, I'm glad that you are. But I want to give you some good news on Joe seeing the run isn't what he wanted. We finished the San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo just the other day. Joe came home from there the all-around champion. He won thousands of dollars in a brand-new GMC pickup truck. And so while he is not going to win some money here with a 12-6, as you watch the Exxon replay, we know that he's been doing well.
Let's rope another one. Bill Huber, Iowa cowboy. So the man from Wisconsin, you know about the Midwest in the Great Lakes area, Boyd.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of good cowboys have come out of that part of the country. This is certainly one of them. You're looking at a man, ladies and gentlemen, who qualified for his first NFR, and that's kind of the measuring stick of what kind of cowboy you are. You get to the big show in Las Vegas, you can run with the big dogs. Now, here's a little man with a big calf, but he can handle it. Look at this. Rip, rap, put him in the air. Nice job. You're looking at Bill Huber. And, boy, I'll tell you, this man made a run he wanted to make, 9-3. Watch him get down and get busy. He's not huge, but he knows how to handle the calf. The money's won when you get three together, and how long it takes you to put the wrap and a half hitch on them. 9-3 for Mr. Huber, and it looks good.
Now it's time for a unique Houston event. Let's go into the arena, and here's Bill Bailey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world's wildest and greatest and largest calf scramble. For those of you that are watching on television, we want to explain just a little bit about how we do it. Down here, I've got 28 boys and girls from all across Texas. On the other end, in the blue chutes, I've got 14 calves. At a signal, we'll let the calves out, and all of these members of the Calf Scramble Committee will funnel the calves toward the kids. Then, whenever they get up to this point, Dr. Steve Woodley on the other side, he's going to have his hat raised. He'll drop the hat. Then the race and the scramble is on. Half of them is going to catch calves. Half of them are not. You got to be good. You got to be lucky. Let's go. Calves coming. Here's the kids. And here we go. The world's greatest calf scramble is underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want to say thank you to our donors who each pay $1,000 to each of these 14 kids that catch a calf. Back to Bill Bailey.
Well, we've got a gang of calves and a gang of kids still running around this big 4-acre arena. Over here, we got kid number 16. We got a youngster that did a flying tackle over here. And we've got two calves down, two kids getting ready. This is Cody Kuhn from Brashear, Texas. Over in the corner, we've got one ready to come in. Looky here. Big guy, big kid.
Thank you, Bill Bailey. Right now, we see that we've got about 4 calves that have managed to elude the competition, while others are still hanging on by an arm and a leg. Uh-oh, hang on, hang on. This is number 5, Wasey Fiercewell, Gillespie County, 4-H, and don't let go, you'll lose your teeth.
Hang on, Houston, hang on with him. Stay with him. Come on, come on, come on. Hang front leg.
It's no fair that calf has been greasing those back legs all night with guacamole dip. He has moved to the tail, and now he's trying to move up to the head. When he does, he's going to have to put him in a headlock. Wasey Beerswell, Gillespie County's got one armed up, and the crowd loves it.
We got Wasey. This kid's name is Beierswale. He's out of Fredericksburg, Texas. He had him by the hoof. He worked his way up to the tail. Now he's got him on the head. Look how cool, calm, and collected this youngster is. He knows exactly what he's going to do, and we're going to go in with him. All of you folks over here, let's take him on in. Come on, how about it now? He's ready to go. And so's the captain. Here we go.
Help him. Beautiful job, son. Oh, it's wonderful to watch him. Oh, that little lady took a dive at him. We had another one on camera a minute ago. Number 10. Whoop, missed him. Bill, you got one?
We've got Wasey here. Wasey, you're on television here to a lot of people all over the Southwest. How does it feel to catch a calf?
Great.
What happened there? You just barely got a hold. You got the hind hoof, and tell me what happened after that.
I wasn't letting go. No way I was letting go.
Congratulations, and now you know you got a whole year of work ahead of you. You got to raise that calf and come back and show it next year. You looking forward to that?
Yes, sir.
You're going to raise a champion?
I hope so, sir.
Well, we think you're our champion. Folks, that's what it's all about here in the world's greatest calf scramble. How about a hand for this kid? He did a great job. Come on.
Oh, what a fine-looking young man. Wasey, congratulations. Here comes a little lady, number 2.
If you want it done right, let a woman do it. Marla Austin, of Collin County, 4-H, number 2, the one you saw tackle that calf, Hawthorne, and bring him in. There's Crystal Austin. I bet that they're sisters, Crystal and Marla Austin of Collin County, talking about being able, between the two of them, to at least capture one calf.
Marla, I understand that you had a little bit of a problem out there. You lost your rope in the runaround?
Yes, sir.
And you got some help.
Yes, sir. A girl handed me my rope.
Well, what do you think about that kind of cooperative spirit?
I appreciate it a great deal.
Are you excited at all?
Yes, sir.
I want to tell you something. Boys, girls, kids, and calves, that's what makes this the world's greatest calf scramble. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year. Back to you, gentlemen.
All right, Bill Bailey. Thank you, and thanks for the help for our kids. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Diamond Vision screens, here's the big story.
The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, folks, is a very special event. It's the Southwest's largest charity. You know, back in 1932, the first show was held in Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, but we only had 200 head of livestock on exhibition. Now, more than 28,000 entries are recorded at the Houston show, and that makes it the largest show in the world. The weeks leading up to and during the rodeo are quite unique. More than 6,000 trail riders from 14 different trails make their way to Houston. Some cover over 400 miles. Hundreds of thousands of crowds, well, they jump into downtown Houston to see floats and bands and trail riders and make their way through the city. It's a way of reliving Western heritage, and it's promoting the livestock show. The show kickoff event is its annual barbecue contest. Some 250 teams from, well, all around Texas and all over the world, actually, compete to find out who makes the best barbecue. Houston also hosts some 7,000 entrants in the horse show competition, and it's acclaimed as one of the largest and most prominent shows in the nation. All this week, Texas 4-H and FFA youngsters have been exhibiting their livestock. The winning animals are sold in the junior market auction. Buyers pay phenomenal prices for these animals. Last year, the grand champion steer sold for $300,000. That's right, I said $300,000. The youngster gets to take home $50,000, while the remainder of the money goes to the Houston Livestock Show's educational fund. The scholarship program alone sends more than 1,000 students to college each year. $3 million is spent every year on education and research at Texas universities. All of the activities at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo are supported by volunteer effort. Over 11,000 dedicated workers serve on 93 committees to ensure the success of the show. And what about rodeo? Rodeo? Well, Houston pays more than any other rodeo, with the exception of the national finals. The purse exceeds $600,000. And this year, more than 400 professional rodeo cowboys and cowgirls will compete during 20 exciting performances. It's all a part of a Texas tradition that keeps on growing. A tradition that benefits youth and supports education.
Saddle bronc time here in the Dome. Ryan Mabson, Arley, Montana. Not a big town, but a little town in the mountain pass on the way to the Mormon Basin outside of Missoula. There are two of these boys that ride broncs. Now, hit.
Fire Lace.
Hit.
Whoa,
Hit.
Fire Lace. That's the name of the bucket horse, and you see how she got her name. Ladies and gentlemen,
boy!
it's called the luck of the draw. It's called the pick of the litter. And this kid made a great bronc ride, but he had a great saddle bronc horse underneath him. We've been saluting cowboys all day long, and this is a great one. But when you watch this ride, you got to realize this horse is giving him every opportunity to get all the money. The horse's name is Fire and Lace. Look at the fire. Tuck her head, kick high out the back end. Lots of torque, lots of hard to hold on to, and this kid is licking her every step of the ride. Now, 82 points. That's it. The rest of y'all are shooting blanks. That's what you got to have right there. 82 to get the money, and we got men that can get it.
Now, it's not brother against brother, father against son in this situation here. It's man against beast. That's kind of like me against Bill Bailey. Man against old beast.
Neither one of you two are house broke, so I'm here to tell you there's not much of a contest. $50,000 winner at Calgary. Here he comes.
Here it is. Come on, Buttercup, get you. Oh, good.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. That's the way it's done. That's a clinic.
This kid walks with his toes turned out.
If you were going to put together an instructional video to teach guys how to ride bucking horses, this would probably be a clip. Not because it's going to be an 85-point ride, I doubt, but because it is solid. Check this out, Gain. As Bob pointed out, walks with his toes turned out, reach, lift, perfect balance, watch the free arm, and perfect motion with the rest of his body. Nice job. Right now, I want to talk about a veteran bronc rider that comes from a veteran rodeo family. Dwayne Daines. You go to Canada, and the Daines family is one of the most respected rodeo families in the Maple Leaf country. You're looking at a Canadian champion on a horse they call Blackjack. Innisfail, Alberta, Canada is where Dwayne pastures his cows and some of his bucking horses. His daddy's in that business as well. And you see a saddle that has seen many miles and many tracks around airports across the country. Dwayne Daines.
Good. This is great. Houston, look at this horse.
Look at the bucking horse.
Look at this Canadian ride.
Hey!
Oh, love it. Oh, this young man tonight was so important to us at the Exceptional Rodeo because we gave him a child, I guarantee you, that needed some extra help, and he put it on him just like his own kids at home.
You know, a lot of horses, Bob, will get weaker at the end of the ride. His horse got stronger at the end of the ride. This is the kind of horse a cowboy likes to draw. One that just keeps getting better throughout the 8-second effort. We get a marking coming up of 79 points.
79. Put him in the money. Put him in the money with that one. He's going to be tough to beat.
We know we got a bronc rider, and here he comes. Horse's head tucked. Look at this. Look at this. This is a good-looking saddle bronc ride. That's the way to start off on the red end of the bucket chutes. The horse hears the buzzer, and he quits. You know that guy? That's Lyle Anderson. The horse was called Hot Shot. Lyle's from White Horse, South Dakota. Now, you're named Lyle Anderson, and you got to be a cowboy if you're from White Horse, South Dakota. He's a good one, too. 69 points. The flip-flop score looks the same way every way you look at it. 69-4. Lyle Anderson.
As the cameras take you down the front of the chute, you can see that our arena crew is ready for anything. But, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to think about the coordination that it takes to operate this rodeo. Not just the cowboys that you're going to watch down in those chutes, but there are thousands of people behind the scenes. They get them ready, get them set. Red Lemmel comes from Mud Butte, South Dakota.
Red Lemmel. Qualified for the national finals, fished in the top 15 in 1993. Hey, you know, he split the win way out in West Texas at El Paso a week ago. the Southwestern Livestock Show and Expo, so to speak. Right now, look at the concentration. He bit his tongue nearly. Look at the little sorrel horse. Jump, kick. Yeah, look at this.
Yes, nice. Frog cried, redhead.
Oh, you run a horse underneath Red Lemel that matches his hair color, and the two of them are going to tap off well. Check it out.
Exxon shows it to you a second time. Now, here's what we're talking about, the degree of difficulty that the horse provides. Good high jumps, lots of kicks. 79 points. Yeah, buddy.
That's a boomalaka. Yabba dabba doo.
That's a what?
That's a boomalaka.
Seems to be a little commotion down behind the bucking chutes. Sharon, are you there?
You bet, Bobby, and I've found Sawyer Brown. I'm here with Mark, the lead singer. Mark, what's it like to be in Houston tonight?
Man, I tell you, we're excited. We can't believe it, all these people, and this is our first time at the rodeo, and we've been excited for 2 months. I mean, for the whole last week, I keep thinking, man, I can't wait to get to Houston, so it's good to be here.
And I've got Hobie with me. Hobie, you know the philosophy of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. What have you guys done to help promote that?
Well, what we're going to do is we're giving our proceeds from what we make tonight back to the Houston Rodeo and Livestock Show, which they'll use for scholarships and educational programs because they do an awful lot of good work for a lot of people, so we just wanted to help out.
You bet, and I've got Jim here with me too. Jim, what have you thought about the rodeo so far?
Oh, well, this is definitely the biggie. We've played a few over the years, but nothing like the one in Houston here, so we're really getting pumped for the show tonight.
Is there any one event that you look forward to seeing?
Oh, the bull riding, definitely. I cannot believe those guys get up on those animals.
Well, let me ask you this any further. Is there any one cowboy you're rooting for?
Oh, I guess I'm not that...
Ty Murray.
Okay, Ty Murray. Yeah. There you go, Ty. Good luck to you tonight.
Mark, we hear that you've got a new album out.
Yeah, we got a new album. It's called Sawyer Brown's Greatest Hits, and we will be playing all of those tonight, plus 2 new songs, and we're real excited, and so we're looking forward to the show.
Well, gentlemen, you are so gracious. Hobie, you've got the most beautiful blue eyes, and there is nobody more excited to have them in Houston than the fans in the grandstands this evening. Bobby, back to you.
It's steer wrestling time right here in the Astrodome.
Rick Bradley. Big Rick Bradley. Here's the man who's 10-2 on 2. He is a world champion yesterday.
Rick, what's it like for you to both out here at the Astrodome?
It's a thrill. You know, all the years of practice, you finish ahead, they come to Houston.
Well, that's the words of experience because Rick's been to every major rodeo in the country.
Try it again with Frank Davis. Sonora, Texas.
Pancho. That's what his partners call him.
Pancho Villa.
Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa was a nice guy compared to this man. He can rip one's horns off, Jane. I'm telling you. This kid has won a lot of money already in the sprint of this year. You know, he's got so much talent, I sometimes think Frank Davis doesn't know how talented he is. But again, he's drawn one of those 3 bad cows in this pen. Hey, our Black Heritage Day was held Thursday, this February 23rd. You just missed it. Gallery Furniture brought that to us. And as we get ready to watch Pancho Rumbo, check him out.
He's got the sign of Sonora tattooed on his shirt. That's a bad cow. You got to be a bulldog or yellow dog. Set you up. Come on.
Yeah!
How about that? Let's ask you to go over that run. That was beautiful, 4-3.
Well, I got real lucky. The steer stumbles right outside, and he let off, and I just hooked him by the nose and gave him hell.
All right, that's what we like, Houston. How about that, 4-3?
Ladies and gentlemen, it don't get no better.
The mark of a champion is somebody who takes a bad cow and makes a winning run on him. Frank Davis, you did that tonight. I think Yellow Dog's winning 1, 2, and 3 in the round right now as we go to another man ready to win at number 1 himself.
Shannon Shamwa. Hey, Sharon, jump back out there again. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. We're going to go with it one more time, but this time, we're going to the north.
I guess he was run decent. I must have got a good start.
got him caught where I wanted to catch him, and he was real fast handling, and everything worked out good for me.
Okay, Hockley, Texas. We're back in here again with the neighbor. This is Tommy Cook. A pair of gray horses with Alfalfa Pedersen. Tom C. Slam up! Hey, what about it? Get up, big guy. You can grin now. He did put the whammy on him. Oh, man, did he come around with that left arm.
Well, he's a little bit strong, and when I give me his head, I just tried to put that left arm on him, and he took it, and it worked.
Ricky Huddleston, Oklahoma, one more time. Rip Ricky! Oh, boy, you talk about a flag in a hurry. He looked back to see, am I okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at 3.7. Here is living proof you don't have to be 9 foot tall. Sharon, you got him, Sharon.
How about that, Ricky? 3-9 in the Astrodome. Can we get you to look up at your instant replay and give us some highlights of that beautiful run?
Well, the first thing I thought I'd done was took too good of a start, but I guess it was all right, and steer was real good.
That was it, he says. Houston, 3-7.
While we have a little break in the action, let me remind you that Hank Williams Jr. and Sawyer Brown are coming up live.
Well, folks, it's time for the biggest event of our rodeo, and you're going to love it. Let's go to the arena and Bill Bailey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, if you're here in the Astrodome or wherever you are, anywhere in the world, you're fixing to see one of the most fantastic spectacles in the entire beef cattle world, because we're about to select the grand champion and the reserve grand champion steers of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And this is a wing-ding affair, because we've brought together the very best beef cattle, the very best steers from the entire Lone Star State, from these boys and girls, the FFA and 4-H youngsters that are raising them, and they're going to be going before the judge in just a couple of minutes. And out of the entire bunch, these 15 classes that have come to this show, we're going to be selecting one grand champion, and then the second steer will be the reserve champion. And let me just tell you what that means. Last year, our grand champion steer sold for a phenomenal $300,000, and that is no small feat. I'll assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that they would be happy to have the reserve champion, because last year it sold for $113,000. So we're talking about some serious money, some serious competition, 15 classes. We've got 30 steers in the arena, 15 champion of each of the breeds, and 15 reserve champions. We'll select the champion from among the champions. The grand champion comes from among the champions, and then we will move up into whatever one is selected as the champion. We'll pull the reserve up, and then from that front line again, we'll select the reserve champion. Let me tell you that I've been told by the officials here at this show that we started out with the largest steer contingent on record at any steer show in the world. We started out with 1,477 steers entered in this show. And we're down to the top 30 of these steers. And from the top 30, we're going to pick just the top grand champion. Our judge is from Michigan State University, Mr. Harlan Ritchie, the Extension Beef Cattle Specialist from Michigan State, and he is the premier steer judge in all of the cattle world. And we're glad to have Harlan here. We want to say a special thank you to George DeMontron, the officer in charge of the Steer Auction Committee, and Ken Caldwell, the chairman of that great committee. They sold over $2 million worth of advanced steers. They're going before the auctioneer's gavel in the morning, starting at 10 o'clock in the biggest sale of them all, the Steer Championship sale here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Boy, oh boy, you think the tension's not tight down here on the floor of the dome, as Harlan Ritchie, Extension Beef Cattle Specialist from Michigan State University, is looking them over for the final time. Obviously, he's already looked at these cattle some over in the cattle barn. Mr. Don Jordan, the president of the Livestock Show, down here ready to present this gorgeous grand champion steer of the show banner, symbolic of the biggest victory in the beef cattle business because nobody but nobody sells them like they do here at the Houston Livestock Show. The crowd here in the Astrodome watching this, and now he is instructing the ring stewards to have the contestants walk the cattle. They'll walk them by him. He's looking for that confirmation. And we're going to talk to Dr. Ritchie in just a little while after he selects the grand and let him explain what he's looking for. These youngsters, their eyes glued, riveted on that judge as they come by. This is the moment, the single moment that they've prepared for, studied for, worked for. Historically, the signal is the slap on the rump, and there's the slap on the rump, and there's your grand champion steer of the show. And it's a Chianina, and we've got Morgan Moylan of Eastland, Texas. Congratulations. Looky here, not only here in the Astrodome, but all over the country and perhaps around the world. And your champ, what's the name of your steer?
Shoot.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
A little bit excited?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations to you. Now we'll get the president of the stock show, Mr. Don Jordan.
Congratulations on being the grand champion of the 63rd Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
We're going to move the reserve champion, Chianina, up, and while we're doing it, I want to get the judge, Harlan Ritchie from Michigan State. What makes that the grand champion?
Well, he's a steer that's so exceptional in his thickness from front to rear, especially in over the hip, down into his quarter, and has tremendous body length to go with it and just the right amount of finish. And it's so very, very difficult to get those combinations, and he had those combinations.
We'll ask Harlan Ritchie from Michigan State University to select quickly, I would imagine, since he's had a good eye on all of these steers. We'll go to the reserve champion. And here we go. Here's your reserve champion. And this is Justin Strassner of Levelland, Texas. And Justin, whoa, an excited steer. And what about Justin?
I feel good. It's a great feeling.
Look right here. There's people all over the country, and it's got to be a special moment for you.
Yeah. I don't know.
He doesn't. He's overcome. Doesn't want to say congratulations to you. Whoop! There goes the banner. For the chairman of the board almost got kicked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for all of our boys and girls from all across Texas as they retire from the arena. Congratulations to the top two. And now back to you, Bob.
Now it's time to team rope right here in Houston. I don't know how you say champions of the world, Carolina, but the two best team ropers over the past decade are ready to rope for us. Jake Barnes and Clay O'Brien Cooper. And for those of you who follow this sport, their names are famous in any language. We're looking at Jake at the horns, Clay O'Brien at the feet. For those of you who like John Wayne, Clay O'Brien was a member of the cast in the movie The Cowboys with John Wayne. Here we go with Jake at the horns, Clay-O at the feet. Boom-a-laka, baby. That is how you do it. 5 and 7.
And as she says, one ropes the horns, one ropes the feet. If you only rope one hind foot, the penalty of 5. Easy to understand. Now, Troy Frazier, Shane Crosley. They come from the state of Washington in my home state of Oregon. That is Shane Crosley. You're looking on the screen right now. He's a saddle maker. Troy Frazier over on the far side. He's the header. That's the healer. Head good. Healer 2.
Yes. Horns and heels. When we see a 5 and 8 come up as official, that is still a whale of a run, even though it's a half second off our leaderboard's pace of 5.3. Not many cowboys and teams are going to be able to take a crack at that 5 and 3. A lot's going to have to do with how fast the steer runs. Now, here's a team that knows what winning's like. Spug Sasser of Lacucci, Florida. Fletcher Nail of Ocala, Florida. From the southeast part of the country, they're going on a hurry as well.
Did you see that heel shot? I mean, he had his hammer cocked. Oh, they say, what are them Florida boys doing in here? They should be wrestling alligators. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of great team roping, and team ropers come out of the Sunshine State of Florida. Take a look at a 4-8 plus 10. How'd they do that?
Didn't allow the steer a head start. Cost him 10 at the line. Broke that little barrier rope you've been talking about during the calf rope earlier on. Every one of our timed events where cowboys are pursuing cattle on horses, they all have that rope to contend with. They must allot the calf or cow or steer a head start. Ellerman and Waddams, J&J, Colorado working together and doing it right.
Yes.
Nice stuff, man. I'm telling you, looking good. With a 5 and 9 unofficially, 5 and 8 from our rodeo secretary. That's the official time. We rely on the Tiger and Exxon to let all of you see it one more time. There was no fooling around here, Baker Bob. They came out and made things work.
Look at that head catch, and underneath it is the horn protection. Mike Servey and his staff all night, every night, will make sure that every one of these steers has that on.
Let's do it one more time.
We're going to change the order right now and go to Charlie Pogue and Bobby Harris. They look like the number 9 team on your program, but they're actually roping in the 7 hole. Pogue to the head end. Bobby Harris, 2 toes to the heel. Look out on the board. We're into 5s. They needed this 5 4/10 officially. Now, they were 14-2 in the first round. With this 5, they're 19-6. And if they can come back and do it quicker again, they're not going to be bad on 3, even with their long run in the first one.
Here are a couple of big dogs getting ready to rumble. We're talking about Steve Purcell and Rich Skelton, Hereford, Texas, and Llano, Texas. You talk about world championship caliber. Both of these cowboys have been denied a gold buckle, but they are certainly too quality to get them. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch the Exxon replay on this. The hand and eye coordination of what the header does to catch them around the horns in a good catch, then dally and lead. But you watch the heater come around the corner. Turn, pitch, perfect timing, dallied, and they stretch them. There it is at a 5 and 3 that's going to make them look awful good for Priscilla and Skelton. Tonight, Brett Boatwright and Steve Northcott talking about Oklahoma and Texas, 2 of the hottest go-round ropers if they need be. And tonight they need to. If we don't give you any fancy time on 2 steers, that means that these guys are way long or had a no time, and they're going to be taking a run at a day money. We pay the 8 fastest monies in each round of 3. Then, that short round. That's the Randy Travis Show, Sunday afternoon at 4. That's where the Houston Championships are going to be decided. Woo! Boy, are they smooth. Penalty free. How nice it is. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 9/10 seconds. Are we in a record-setting night in the team roping? That is a new Astrodome record. A new record, 4.9.
We have got a world record in the Astrodome and the team roping, and our lady, Sharon Camarillo, has the Cowboys who did it.
Thanks, Boyd. I've got Brett Boatwright here and Steve Northcott. Brett's the header in. Brett, you've just set a new Astrodome record, 4.9. What's that feel like?
It's good. That's the first one I've caught all winter long.
Steve, what do you think about that? 4.9 in the Astrodome, the largest rodeo in the world.
It has been a long 2 months, this 2 months, and that steer right there, I guess, made up for a lot of it.
We're going to let you watch your instant replay. Brett, tell me how this steer played into your hands.
Oh, he was a good steer. They'd been fast on him the second round, +5, so I knew he was a pretty good steer. I was just hoping I'd get out of the barrier.
Steve, what do you think?
Yeah, that's the way it happened.
That's it, 4.9, Houston. Let's hear it for him.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of people here watching tonight from out in El Paso, Texas. What do you say we tell them hello? Oh, yes. Well, I'll tell you what, we think the weather's beautiful in Tucson. You ought to be with us in Houston. Let's tell Tucson hello. I know there's got to be somebody here tonight with us from San Antonio, Texas. Tell them we're here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know there's going to be an Okie or 2 in the crowd. If there's any Aggies in the house, let's give them a welcome from Houston to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Boy, you are a dandy crowd. Thank you so very much. Now, as we talk about barrel racing, Sharon Camarillo, you have 6 times been in the Dome as a competitor. When we start tonight with these ladies, this is not an easy course to run in this building, is it?
You know, it's pretty intimidating when you lead your horse down that ramp and see the awesome size of this building. And a lot of the arenas that we run in throughout the country are confined with a fence. This is wide open. It's pretty intimidating to the contestant and the horse, and it makes it an exciting barrel race, Bobby.
Well, you're the expert. You know how it is. Vanna Beisinger will be first to go. Let's see how it works tonight. Good luck, ladies. Good luck. Let's get to the money. Vanna Beisinger comes from the great state of Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, what this lady wants to do tonight is get around 3, 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Sharon,
you can see the team effort. She's riding her good horse she calls Jet. She's a Rookie of the Year, National Finals winner. You can see why, Houston. She's driving into the 3rd barrel, looks up, help her home, Houston. Come on, Vanna.
Beautiful. Hey, we're on a race course tonight, and you're going to get to help them, Houston, every time.
It's great when it works. That was a beautiful run.
How about it? 17-10. You got a new leader in the building. This is Amber Gibbon.
Amber's got a hard act to follow, and she's trying hard. You can see the determination in her eyes as she looks up, rides her horse up into that 3rd barrel, handles him, gets around it. Come on, let's push that horse back home, Houston.
17-10 is an awesome run, Vanna. Donna Napier, Sparrow, Oklahoma.
Donna's been hot this year. She's placed at every major winter rodeo. She's a past IPRA champion. As she drives her horse in and sets the tone of her race around that 1st barrel, you can see why. It's a team, it's a race. Horse, rider, against the stopwatch.
Hey,
Houston.
Hey, Houston, come on. Good. Get the whip out, and she did. Take it in there, darling, with a 17.67. Ooh, fast ground tonight. What about Kathy Penska, Carlsbad, New Mexico?
Kathy is currently sitting in the top 15. Her and her husband, Monty Joe, are a husband-wife team. Doggone, she got in a little close, knocked that barrel down, 5-second penalty. That's going to cost her tonight. She's not going to take much home from Houston. Houston, do you like the ladies' barrel race?
Boy, to see those penalties hit, that's costing them money. Take it in with a 23.38.
When you're running against that stopwatch and you're trying to make things happen, anything can go wrong.
Kelly Berner comes from Frisco, Texas. Native Texans, here's one tonight. Let's see if we can cheer her on to a win. Help her.
Bobby, let's call her Dr. Kelly. She's a practicing veterinarian. You can see that she's also a cowgirl. She gets around the 2nd barrel. Beautiful run. She's driving. She's helping that horse around the 3rd. Over and under. Let's send that horse home.
Woo! Doctor, you did good. 17.55. You see? You can help. You can help. Melissa Hubier, Cleveland. Here's a neighbor right up 59.
This is one of our teenage superstars. She's riding a nice horse that was trained by past world's champion Carol Drewstree. She's a tough little rider, a tough cowgirl. Beautiful team effort with her horse and herself. She turns that 3rd barrel, little wide. Just help her make it up coming home.
Beautiful clean run. That's what I like to see every time. Good run, Melissa. Take it in at a 17.72. She's consistent. Here's my little lady, Fallon Taylor, just a baby, a teenager from Bonder, Texas.
Fallon's our 12-year-old competitor. She's an honor student. She's a beautiful young lady, Houston. She's put together a nice 1st barrel. She's approaching that 2nd. Look at that hustle and desire as she drives that horse up into the 3rd barrel. And Houston,
yes.
Let's help her back. Let's help her back across the line.
Do it. She's going to do it. 17.21.
And that's our new leader in the go-round, Houston.
Watch the gray horse with Sherry Potter.
This is a fabulous horse, reserve champion 1994, and currently our #1 girl in the WPRA standings this year. You can see why as that gray horse turns that 2nd barrel. She's cowgirl jockeying this horse up. Beautiful. Looks up, looks back. Come on, Houston. Get her across the line.
Oh, watch out. You may have a new record on your hands. 17.16. Houston, there it is. Last lady. lady of the night, Sharon Smith. Dibble, Oklahoma. Watch this one.
Sharon's got blood in her eye tonight. You can see she wants the speed, the momentum to carry her through her turns. Sharon's a Rookie of the Year. Tough hand, tough cowgirl. Beautiful horse. She's driving. She wants that speed, that tight turn. She wants the fast time tonight, Houston. Help her home.
Good. Every time you look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an awesome night for the barrel racing, 17 and 45. As we get ready to watch Vanna, but not from Montana. The ladies, Vanna from Florida. Vanna Bysinger from Ocala. Tonight she sets a 17-10 position. Sharon, this is awesome.
This is awesome. You are right about that. This little Jet of Honor horse that she rides and Vanna are a tough team. You can see them work together as they approach that second barrel. Vanna looks up. She's aiming into her pocket. Pocket being in the amount of room that her horse needs to turn that barrel. And as she rounds that third barrel, she looks up and wants to see that score line that she's going to drive her horse back across.
I've listened to your videos or tapes. I've watched your videos, and my kids have been to your schools. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an awesome opportunity to have an expert sitting beside us. Thank you, Sharon Camarillo.
We've had some great bull rides in Houston this year as we move now to the blue chutes for the start of our final regular rodeo event.
Oh, look at there. There's the mayor of Coahoma, Texas, Quail Dogs. Oh, don't you just love him? It's easy to love Quail because he's under 5 foot. There's the man. Ricky, Ranger Rick Chapman. Yes, and he has that special Exxon Tiger Cam mounted. Ladies and gentlemen, Chapman tonight is going to give Boyd and I an eye full, and he's going to get you closer to the bulls than we've ever been before. Let's ride him.
Let's do it. Shoot number 2. It's the wild thing. Gilbert Carrillo, Stephenville, Texas. He and his twin brother Adam, you'll see them both tonight. But we won't see Gilbert there as long as he needed to be.
Troy Dunn. Here is an Australian turned Canadian turned Texan. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 3 or 4 years, every rodeo announcer in the world has talked about how sticky this kid is. When he first came from Australia, he showed up in Canada and lived there. He's taken a little extra suicide rap with his finger right there. He won the $50,000 in Calgary. He's done it all. From down under to Texas. Look at him give him the chop. Oh, Lord. Look at that get off. Texas, we're on a roll. Now hold this enthusiasm. That kid rode that bull like a 4-H calf on a Sunday afternoon picnic. He owned him. In about the last 3 jumps, he reached out with an outside foot and tapped him with a spur. That tells the judges, look at me. I've got him in control. That is a heck of a bull. Look at that first move. Bull slipped, turned back to the right, jumps back over here to the left. Look at his upper body position, the free arm position. Everything this man is doing is picture perfect. The upper body and free arm rides the bull as much as your feet. Look at him chop now. Chop again. He said, boys, there's the points I'm looking for. Judges say 79 points, second highest tonight, 79.
Oh. You know something? I just want you to know that if you buy a steak and you don't like it, you buy a truck that don't run right, you tell them about it. When you bought your money to come into this thing, you paid for this place. If there's something you don't like, this is America. Keep that in mind. Now,
yeah, sure.
Snickers brand and KTRK TV Channel 13 sponsor the performances featuring Clint Black. This is Trevor Walker. Utah getting ready. Look at this.
Here.
Into his hand. Away from his hand. This kid can ride him in both directions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man you're watching is from Val-Marie, Saskatchewan, Canada. He is a rodeo producer. He owns a truckload of bulls, and he furnishes bulls to other rodeos all over the Northland. Now, here it is from Rick Chapman's eye. There's the viewpoint you get out of that Exxon camera. Oh, this is good. Good. They call that bull Casper. I guess it fits, huh?
I guess it does. That bull tried everything but pulling a shotgun on him. Went into his hand and away from his hand, but the Canadians set up and made the ride. 75 points for Trevor Walker. And in the red shoots, Ty Murray.
Who?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you watched Channel 13, you saw an expose on this kid that was second to none at 5 o'clock tonight.
Ho! Look at here! Oh, T-Texas time! Holy Lord!
Every time he nods his head, he puts on a clinic.
Give us a double replay on this one, Zoli. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to get to watch a lesson in how to ride a bull with 110% body English. Boyd, you do it the first time.
Check this out, gang. The little black bull goes away from his hand. This requires balance. A lot of balance whenever a bull spins in the direction opposite of the hand that you're riding with. Look at the control. He's a gymnast. He's an athlete. His eyes are centered on the front hump of that bull, and he is moving with it. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not only an all-around champion of the world, he's a world champion bull rider. And as we say thanks to the Exxon Tiger, we get a marking coming up of
86 points. That's how you do it. 86. That's what you're supposed to do when it all works right.
Wyoming, shoot 5 on the red end. We're looking at a bull they call Western Hauler Red Wasp. This bull out of the Vernon Guidry strain is one of the rankest bulls in the country.
Stay.
You watch him come on, Trey. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Ho, 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 you got it. Oh,
that's a close call.
Did he make it? Let's see what the judges say.
How many of y'all thought he made it?
He's agreeing with you. He's agreeing with you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a call from the judges. They've got the stopwatch. Vernon Guidry, you're going to own some great bulls in your lifetime, but this little bull's got more moves than a chicken full of X-Lax. I guarantee you he is quick, he is fast. 84 points, give him a paycheck tonight in the Dome. 84 for Jeff Cathcart. What a night for bull riding in Houston.
And we're not done yet.
Oh, no. No, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Tallman, I want you to join me on this because it's an honor to welcome this man back after a year of waiting to see him again. The last time I saw this man ride, I can literally tell you, was 1993. And he sat out for a year. He got healthy, and he came back. We're talking about Tuff Hedeman, the 3-time champion of the world. He's going to be tested tonight. This bull that Tuff has drawn is called Scholl's Diamond Dandy. This is one of the most electric bulls I've ever seen. We've got a matchup coming with him and Wolfman of the TQ Hot brand. This bull is going to be a great test because Wolfman and this little bull, Scholl's Diamond Dandy, are just about carbon copies of the way they get things done.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3-time the champion of the world from Bowie, Texas, has done it all. Now, I'm glad to hear you applaud him to have him back in this arena. Here is one of the young men that changed the style of bull riding, along with the great Lane Frost, Cody Lambert, Jim Sharp. You can just go to Ty Murray and all of them that are here tonight. On the 10th and 11th of March in Will Rogers Coliseum in Fort Worth, he will be having his bull riding challenge again. That is where that $10,000 match is going to happen. Let's talk about tonight in the Astrodome at Houston. Tuff Hedeman has been the champion here. Tuff Hedeman has been here to receive the awards before. Go on, Tuff, too late. Get him out of there, boys. Well, he's human. Do not let him leave this arena thinking that he has failed, Houston. You love to have him back.
I'm going to tell you what. This is what makes Tuff Hedeman's blood boil. This is, you can say whatever you want to about Tuff Hedeman, but he is first and foremost a winner and a champion. And this is just the kind of thing he will not let happen twice. Tuff Hedeman will be back with vengeance. You can bet it all on it.
Well, now that we're at the far end of the arena, I want to welcome our other rodeo barrel man, the often imitated, seldom duplicated, a little overweight, but still somewhat ruggedly handsome Leon Coffey. By way of Austin, Texas, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Bring it home, Jerome, Jethro Jerome. Ah!
He's all right. Come on, Archdale, North Carolina. Look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. We're in a hurry. Yahoo! Oh, Houston, he rode the snot out of that one. Look out, boys. Chapman and Miles, they'll save you, Bacon. As you watch the replay, this bull in slow motion is going to be fast.
This is a big, tall bull rider, 2 times to the NFR. And Houston, I just want to say one thing as you watch Jerome just stick it on this little bull. You know, this isn't the biggest crowd we've had during the Dome and the livestock show and rodeo, over 16 performances. But I got to tell you, you may not be the biggest, but you're the best.
Yes,
you
are.
Been there every time. And I think because you've had the guts to come out in the ring, you're seeing the best tonight. 83 points in the lead. And the Toro twisted. Goes to bring it home, Jerome. Now back to Canada for a Canadian champion.
Resistall's best. That's the bull. Nanton, Alberta is Glenn Keeley. Ladies and gentlemen, the camera crew will take you down in there close enough you can see a bead of sweat on his forehead. You can actually see the stitching in his shirt. Now there, that is Rick Chapman's helmet cam, the Tiger cam from Exxon. You're looking through the slats. Chapman, stay in his face. Let's stay in there, buddy. Stay in there. Here, here, here. This is not a big bull, not a big guy, but he needs a big score. There's a big check. The biggest checks in the world are paid at Houston. Nobody else can match us. We're proud of that. Keeley, round to the left, Con Glenn. Well, a little over body compensation. A little over body compensation. He fell into the trap that the bull set for him.
That's right.
Watch this as the bull starts. You see him now duck into that well. The right foot is loose. He's trying to get a new hope by sickling his foot up. The upper body, see him throw his hand? His right hand threw out over the left shoulder, and it sent his hip to the left. The next thing is your butt to the ground. Could you give a Canadian a little welcome? Just a little. Thank you.
A former world champion, a man that has done so many things for this industry. If you want a cowboy to have your kids look up to, maybe Cody Custer is the one you want them to emulate. This is a cowboy that loves what he does and does what he loves very well. Good enough to be called a world champion. Cody Custer has scored some of the highest marked bull rides in the history of the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, and he could do it again tonight. Wickenburg, Arizona, the home of this champion.
They're trying to protect him till the gate comes open. Now, Cody, do your thing. Right foot. Look at this bull. Oh, Houston, look at him. Beautiful ride, Cody. Oh, he's got a sticker on his hat that says, Jesus is the real light, and he means it. Watch the replay. This is a whale. That little bull isn't too tall, but he is a thick-built little dude. There's a lot of chops in there. Listen to this. 85 points. Anyway. Houston, let's tell the world just how great the Astrodome and this rodeo is.
The Houston hospitality. It is the code of the West down in the Lone Star land. Nobody does it bigger and better than the people of Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the first heat of the Chuck Wagon race is coming in, our Canadian drivers have returned to the Astrodome one more time for 1995 to prove the fastest wagon shall win. It seems quite simple. Tonight, as Bank United leads them in, followed by McDonald's, and of course, we're talking about Kroger wagon tonight. You pick the wagon of your choice. Sharon Camarillo with her kids have already had a shot at it, Sharon.
All right, I've got Tassie here with me, and Tassie, we're going to ask you to pick a chuck wagon race tonight for us. I picked Kroger. All right, I think that's a good pick. What did you say your favorite event in rodeo was?
Bull racing, bull riding.
Well, you look like a little rodeo sweetheart to me. Where are you from, Tassie?
Huntsville.
Huntsville. For a Californian, that's an awful strong accent you've got. Who do I have here? Cade, what wagon are you going to pick for us today?
McDonald's.
McDonald's, all right. You know, you sure look like a rodeo clown. You have any special rodeo clowns that you have a favorite rodeo clown?
No, I think he likes them all. Okay, you've got Kroger's, you got McDonald's. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Astrodome, the largest rodeo arena in the world, this gives us an opportunity to watch these three little chucks. These are the miniature chuck wagons from Canada. If you've been to the Calgary Stampede, you've seen the big chuck wagon races. Now let's get ready. It's a figure-8 start and 2 laps to the winning race. Boyd, let's set them up and have us a good one.
4 acres of dome. Gain 4 acres of arena floor. They're going to be racing around, and the race is on. Bank United on the outside. Mickey D's in the middle, and Kroger on the inside. Let them rip. Tater Chip, you can run with the big dogs. You can't piddle with the pups. Let's go.
It's easy. McDonald on an inside take to the lead. Kroger running third. Bank United cut across for a number 2 position. Sharon, get your kids a cheering. It's a McDonald race all the way out of the first run. Now into turn number 5. Bank United pulls Kroger coming to the inside. It could be a Kroger race if he can hold them out, Boyd. You gotta go, gotta go.
Come on,
We're into the final corner and into the home stretch. Kroger on the inside. Bank United in the middle. Mickey D's on the outside. Bring them into the wire. Here comes the Kroger buggy. Bank United. We await the
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Servey, our rodeo producer, will make the call. It is by a nose. Bank United, the winner of the first heat.
Yeah, Boyd and Baker Bobby walk out of here the winners with a money buggy.
Well, Rory McDonald is the driver of that great little wagon, and good job, bud. Good job. Our second race will be coming up in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the chuck wagon racing has not just been exciting at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in 1995, but what you are about to see is something that Boyd and I almost dropped our jaw to break our chin.
You'll notice he was on the inside going into that far corner, and you'll see the other horses on the outside, the other 2 wagons coming across his front. His horses were supposed to go left, they went right. Like you said, Rip City jerks him out of his buggy and plants him into the dirt.
And I want you to know 7 broken ribs can't keep a Canadian chuck wagon racer down. He is okay and well to drive again. Thank you, Houston, for your support. And I know you mean it. All right, we're ready for heat number 2 in the Astrodome. Houston, Texas, get ready to pick a winner again. Randall's. Randall's, your remarkable store, FM 100 KILT, or IW Marks Jewelers. Irv Marks in the lead wagon out front. Hang on this time, Boyd. We got a good one coming.
I'll guarantee it'll be hot. That's right. 12 in a row KILT. Randall's, the food store, and diamonds are forever. With IW Marks, we're ready to rumble, and somewhere out there, Sharon Camarillo has
Come on, kids.
We'll find her and
Come
go
on,
to her
kids.
in a second. But right now, look at the Canadians. Pick them up and put them down. If you like country music,
IW
your
Marks. Come
wagon's
on,
in the lead. On the outside, we have IW Marks on the inside.
KILT. Come on, KILT. We got a winner. Come on, KILT. Come on.
He's at the pole position, stay to the inside, but Randall's ready for the cut across. It's Randall and Dennis McGilvery.
IW Marks.
Lane McGilvery, his son with IW Marks, prime written on the KILT wagon.
KILT.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. It's nip and tuck. It's a photo finish, but when it's all said and done, it looks like the white horses of Randall's bring home the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, a father and son team driving tonight. Dennis McGilvery and Randall's. His son on the IW Marks wagon. He beat him only by a nose. 2 great races. We want to remind everybody in the dome that it will be getting dark here in just a minute. You are an excellent audience tonight, and ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be careful if you're in the dome with better than 50,000 fans.
And if you're at home watching us in the comfort of your living room, make sure there's enough lights on so that you don't fall over the box of popcorn or whatever you're chowing on.
If you're at home and it goes dark, you didn't pay the light bill. That will be your problem. Oh, what a crowd tonight, what an audience, and the way that this works. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity to have you join us at one of the unique parts of rodeo in the Astrodome here tonight. When we talk about hard luck, high-flying cowboys, not everybody is going to win first. What we want you to see is how hard you have to hit to win last. Ladies and gentlemen, rodeo is one of the most unpredictable sports around. This event is the annual High Fly and Hard Luck Award sponsored by Continental Airlines and Kick 95.7. Now here's how it goes. We'll show you the replays from the most recent rodeo performance. Watch each replay closely because you're going to tell us by the amount of your applause which of the replayed contestants had the worst luck. Now, we will meter your response. Carefully, we'll do that to determine the hard luck score for each competitor. At the end of the replays, the contestant with the highest hard luck score will win 2-round trip tickets on Continental Airlines, and thanks to Kick Radio. Then on the final evening performance, Sunday, March 5th, we will replay the rides of the top contestants selected out of the 19 rodeo shows. The contestant given the highest hard luck score at this performance becomes an overall hard luck champion and receives a year-long pass on Continental Airlines. Once again, remember, you are the judge, so we need your response. Now, what I want you to do is watch the following hard luckers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, Boyd, are you ready?
Hey, this gives a new meaning to the words no pain, no gain. You're our judges, and it's going to be hot.
All right, for those of you at home, if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one way to counterbalance good luck against bad luck. Let's talk about J.C. Woodard. Now, the high-flying cowboy in the bull riding was ready to start. J.C. Woodard comes from Custer, South Dakota. South Dakota has done well this year at Houston, but Jace, well, oops, ouch. Look at there, slammed him up against the chute gate. That's a hard way to end. Houston, and at home, what do you say? Give him a hand. All right, we're looking at an 89 score, 89. Boy,
Bob, they're just not happy unless you draw blood. I want you to watch Charlie Gardner of Ruby Valley, Nevada, a saddle bronc rider that, well, after this trip could probably sing with the judge. Watch this. This horse gets a little bit bumpy as he tries to set his feet, bring him from the front of the neck to the back of the saddle. All of a sudden, a little too much daylight between the bottom of them wranglers and the top of the leather in that saddle. Out the front door, down on his head. Houston, that was a painful exit. Show him some hospitality.
What a nice audience we have tonight. I think they want us to break somebody's neck. 98 points. We haven't hit 100 yet. All right, let us work on that for a minute. Here's the opportunity to do that now. Our next cowboy is Royd Doyle. He comes from Lumberton, Texas, bull riding again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to win the High Flying Hard Luck Award, I guess we're going to have to really impress you with some bad action. The bull had all of the action. Around to the left we go. No problem here. Well, right about here, you'll see him start to tilt. He's starting to waver above the bull. A little extra upper body action. But there is where it comes. Alley-oop. Hit him in the face with a horn. Slammed him to the ground. Houston, that hurt. Come on.
All right, we're going to look at a 103 score for Royd Doyle.
Thank you. You're a little more gracious on that one.
Well, the thing is I guess they like bull riders, but I've got a soft spot for bronc riders because I'm getting another one from the Northwest, Kenny Black of Bruno, Idaho, on a saddle bronc horse. The last time he was out, he marked 111. That's how bad they felt for Kenny Black. Watch this as we roll tape, and we let Kenny roll from the red end and shoot number one. The purpose of this event is to tap off like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers on the dance floor. That's exactly what he's doing. However, toward the end of this ride, his saddle starts to slip. Oh no, down over the top of the horse. You're tied in, you can't get out. Planted like seed corn, Houston, that's a tragedy. Help him tonight.
Well, you only thought it was worth 99 points. I guess the bull riders have got the lead so far. How about a bareback rider, Sean Vant from Great Falls, Montana? Montana State University champion a few years ago, born and raised in Canada, second-generation champion. Hey, folks, this kid can ride. However, the ride many times may look, just uniform. Everything fine. The get on. Hey, that 8-second whistle. Here's where the killer point comes. He reaches down. Oh, man, slammed him into the gate. That's a nice way to start the wreck. All he had to do was leave here with a broken leg. Hey, can you help him? Come on, Houston, pay him off. '97. I'll see if we can break both legs on the next guy. That's the kind of crowd you are tonight.
All right, here's a guy from Canada. Glenn Keeley started this as a small child, a calf rider, steer rider, and then a bull rider. And now you pay the price to play the game. Big Red Bull that does know how to throw the juice to you. Gets him rocked off his hand. It's one thing to fall off, folks, but when you get fall off and tied on and then stepped on, ripped his ear off the side of his head, Houston ripped something on him for him tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? If you've never been hooked by the bull, you've never rode many. What I want you to watch right here is Johnny Chavez of Bosque, New Mexico. Now, folks, the bull riding part of this is tough enough. Look at this bull. Duck, dive, belly roll. He's reaching at him with a horn to try to kill him every jump if he possibly can. But I want you to see something. When you hit the ground, you are defenseless. Watch him. The first hooking in the back. Then again. Then again. Ladies and gentlemen, a ton of fun ramming that kid against the fence. Ladies and gentlemen, you have done a masterful job of that. And tonight, may I say, 109 points. You have given Johnny Chavez the way it is. That's our hard luck competition. And folks, it's almost showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's rodeo time in Houston, but the Houston Rodeo works for Texas youngsters all year round. More than 1,000 students from all over the state go to college each year because of Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo scholarships. And more than 200 of those scholarships are reserved for kids from right here in Houston. Community support helps us provide the best entertainment buy in Houston, and it ensures more than $3.5 million for the education of future Texas leaders. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. It's a great deal for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, as we talk about Hank Williams Jr., as we say thank you to the Dome and the millions that are watching across the world tonight. When we say showtime in Houston, we mean showtime. If you're ready, I need you to tell me. Here we go. Sawyer Brown.
Dark light hanging down over my head. I woke up this morning to an empty bed. Why she left me is hard to say. But Lizzie's paid her just a bad day. Lizzie's bad luck or just bad timing, or is it the lies I told? It's hard to say. Can you get back what's gone? They say so. If you get down on your knees and believe and pray, but some prayers are hard to pray. But some things it's hard to say. Come up in there and I'm a hitching there right. Plenty cars passing, but I'm on the wrong side. If I cross over, will they go my way? Lizzie's fate, her just a bad day. Lizzie's bad luck or just bad timing, or is it the lies I told? It's hard to say. Can you get back what's gone? They say so. If you get down on your knees and believe and pray. But some prayers are hard to pray. But some things it's hard to say. This is bad luck or just bad timing, or is it the lies I told? It's hard to say. Can you get back what's gone? They say so. If you get down on your knees and believe and pray, some prayers are hard to pray. With some things, it's hard to say. One, two, three, four. Operator, we must have a bad connection. Have you got someone on me? Well, I changed my number when she changed her mind. Well, operator, can't you see? Well, there's trouble on the line. It's on the phone. It happens every time. She's a book. Somebody broke her heart, and now she's after mine. The minute that she calls, there'll be trouble on the line. Well, operator, now we've been disconnected. But how does she keep getting through? Well, I won't have a choice if I hear a voice. Well, operator, can't you see? Well, there's trouble on the line. She's a bonfire. It happens every time. She's a book and somebody broke her heart, and now she's after mine. The minute that she calls, there'll be trouble on the line. Get 'em, boys! Well, there's trouble on the line. Tears are gonna fall. It happens every time. She's a book and somebody broke her heart, and now she's after mine. The minute that she calls, there'll be trouble on the line. The minute that she calls, there'll be trouble on the line. Thank you. At the cafe down on the corner, with a lost look on his face. There ain't no bills to pay, no reason to now. He's just too little how to play. Well, they say crime don't pay, but neither does farming these days. And the coffee is cold, and he's 50 years old, and he's got to learn to live some other way. At the cafe down on the corner, with a his face. There ain't no fields to plow. Well, he's buzzing tables now. He's just too little how to play. Well, in big shall inherit the earth, and the bank shall repossess it. This job don't pay half what it's worth, but it's a thankful man that gets it. Well, at the cafe down on the corner, with a lost look on his face, there ain't no fields to plow. Well, he's wishing for one now. He's just too little out to play. Well, all these soldiers without war ain't hometown boys without a home. Farmers without fields, dealers without deals, and they sit here drinking coffee all alone. At the cafe down on the corner, with their lost look on their face, there ain't no fields to plow, but they still remember how they're just too little how to play. Down our long dusty driveway, I didn't want to go, but I set out with tears in my eyes of wondering. Daddy took me by the hand, looked out at the school bus and his little man and said, "Don't worry, boy, it'll be all right. 'Cause I took this walk you're walking now, boy, I've been in your shoes. Well, you can't hold back the hands of time, it's just something you've got to do. So dry your eyes, I understand just what you're going through. 'Cause I took this same walk with my old man, boy, I've been in your shoes. Down our long dusty driveway, I set my mind to go. Well, I was 18 and wild and free and wondering. Daddy took me by the hand, looked out at the world and at his grown man and said, "Don't worry, boy, it'll be all right. 'Cause I took this walk you're walking now, boy, I've been in your shoes. Well, you can't hold back the hands of time, it's just something you've got to do. So dry your eyes, I understand just what you're going through. 'Cause I took this same walk with my old man, boy, I've been in your shoes. Down our long dusty driveway, this time we both would go. Well, he had grown old and gray and his mind was a-wandering. Daddy took me by the hand, said, I know where we're going and I understand. Don't worry, boy, it'll be alright. 'Cause I took this walk you're walking now, boy, I've been in your shoes. Well, you can't hold back the hands of time, it's just something you got to do. So dry your eyes, I understand just what you're going through. 'Cause I took this same walk with my old man, boy, I've been in your shoes. Yes, I took this walk you're walking now, boy, I've been in your shoes. Thank you very much, Houston. It's an honor to be here. This is our first time at the Houston Rodeo. God bless you and thank you for having us. We've heard about this show our entire career, and it's finally great to be here. Thank you. It's a true honor. We got a brand new album out. It's called Sawyer Brown's Greatest Hits, and we'd like to do a brand new song that you might not have ever heard before. I keep rolling it over and over. All the things I want to say. Well, I'll never quit or give up or forget you. My love will stand in the way. And I don't believe in goodbye. When I believe it takes time to build something strong. It won't take long for you to believe in me. Just look in my eyes. I don't believe in goodbye. Where love goes, we must follow. And let our hearts lead the way. We'll be the last of the true believers, the first in love and last to stay. And I don't believe in goodbye. And I believe it takes time to build something strong. It won't take long for you to believe in me. Just look in my eyes. I don't believe in goodbye. And I don't believe in goodbye. And I believe it takes time to build something strong. It won't take long for you to believe in me. Just goodbye. I don't believe in goodbye. I don't believe. I don't believe in goodbye. Thank you. Sitting on the front porch, nothing but time. Makes it so bad, I'm about to go blind. I got the window busted and the door kicked in. From the last time we said never again, but this time I'm gonna see you coming. Ain't gonna be surprised. Yeah, this time I'm gonna know what hit me right between the eyes. Just the one time I wanna think it over before we speak our minds. And I know we can make it go this time. Well, it's a hard and heavy, Lord, day and night. That's the way we love and that's the way we fight. Can't stay together, can't be alone. We can go for good, but we don't stay gone. And this time I'm gonna see you coming, ain't gonna be surprised. Yeah, this time I'm gonna know what hit me right between the eyes. Just the one time I wanna think it over before we speak our mind. And I know we can make it go this time. Get 'em, boy! This time I'm gonna see you coming, ain't gonna be surprised. Yeah, this time I'm gonna know what hit me right between the eyes. Just the one time I wanna think it over before we speak our minds. And I know we can make it go this time. Yeah, I know we can make it go this time. Yeah, this time. Thank you. My daddy worked hard for his dollar. He said some folks don't, but that's okay. But they won't know which road to follow, because an easy street might lead you astray. Well, I'll take the dirt road, that's all I know. I've been walking it for years, it's gone where I need to go. It ain't easy, it ain't supposed to be. So I'll take my time, life won't pass me by, 'cause it's right there to find on the dirt road. Well, I have lived a life in the fast lane. You gotta watch your back and look both ways. When it's said and done, the time we have is borrowed. You better make real sure you hit it the right way. Well, I'll take the dirt road, that's all I know. Life won't pass me by, 'cause it's right there to find. Well, I'll take the dirt road, that's all I know. I've been walking it for years, it's gone where I need to go. It ain't easy, it ain't supposed to be. So I'll take my time, and life won't pass me by, 'cause it's right there to find. On the dirt road, dirt road. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Woo! Yeah, man. It is time. Me and the boys had a new in school. 30 years old, stubborn as a herd mule. We get all cleaned up on a Saturday night. We say yes to the girls when they ask if they look alright. Load up the cars and ride around, roll down the windows and we go to town. And we talk too slow, drive too fast. We're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are, the way things used to be. The boys and me. Yeah! The phone rings, it's a call a while. When the clothes were wired, finally come back in style. We got some tall tales that we love to tell. They may not be true, but we sure do remember them well. We work hard to have a little fun, roll up our sleeves and get the job done. So we talk too slow, drive too fast. We're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are, the way things used to be. The boys and me, the boys and me. Get 'em, donkey! And we talk too slow, drive too fast. We're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are, the way things used to be. The boys and me, the boys and me. I'm talking about the boys. Hey, me. Y'all better get it. See, we talk too slow, drive too fast. We're high on life and we're low on gas. Trying to make the way things are, the way things used to be. The boys and me, the boys and me. I'm talking about the boys. Hey, me. I'm called a self-made man. Girl, don't you believe it's true? I know exactly how lucky I am when I'm getting this close to you. It's high time I'm giving some praise to those that got me where I am today. I got to thank Mama for the cooking, Daddy for the whooping, the devil for the trouble that I get into. I got to give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money, thank God for you. Yeah! I make them out. Yes, I may. A strong heart and a willing hand, that's the secret to my success. A good woman, I try to be a good man. Good job, Lord, I know I've been blessed. I'm just a part of a greater plan. It doesn't matter which part I am. Got to thank Mama for the cooking, Daddy for the whooping, the devil for the trouble that I get into. Got to give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money, thank God for you. Yeah! Yes, I do! I got to thank Mama for the teaching, Daddy for the preaching, the devil for the trouble that I get into. I got to give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money, thank God for you. I thank Mama, I thank Daddy, the devil, no. Yeah, I got to give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money, thank God for you. Thank the bank for the money, thank God for you. Got to thank Mama for the cooking, Daddy for the whooping, the devil for the trouble that I get into. I got to give credit where credit is due. I thank the bank for the money, thank God for you. Got to thank Mama for the cooking, Daddy for the whooping, the devil for the trouble that I get into. I got to give credit where credit is due. Yes! I feel tears welling up, going deep inside like my heart sprung a big break. In a stab of loneliness, sharp and painful, that I may never shake. You might say that I was taking it hard since you woke me off with a car. But don't you wait till that'll hide in sorrow when I may lay right down and fall. Now the race is on and here comes Brian in the backstretch. Heartaches, don't do this. My tears are holding back there, trying not to fall. My heart's out on the running to the scratch for another sing. The race is on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. Get 'em all in! been true to love, never once suspecting what the final result would be. And how I lived in fear of waking up each morning, finding that you're gone from me. The second pain in my heart for today was the one I hated to face. Somebody new came up to win her, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on, and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache's going to the ends. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratch for another state. The race is on, and it looks like heartache, and the winner loses all. Get 'em, dog! Now the race is on, and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache's going to the inside. My tears are holding back there, trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running. True love scratch for another sake. The race is on, and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses out. The winner loses out. Are you ready? She turned up her nose as she walked by my Cadillac. From the corner of my eye, I saw you and you laughed. You were sitting on the swing on your front porch, painting your nails like you were born. And you, yeah, she was sure impressed with you. Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't quite trash and wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me, oh, but some girls do. You let me ask if you would like a ride. When we pulled half out of your yard, I fall late. At me, I was going James Dean. You was the prettiest girl I'd ever seen. When you rolled your eyes and twirled my pink bird. Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't quite trash and wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me, oh, but some girls do. Boys don't get no break, and them rich boys think they got what it takes. But there's someone for each of us, they say. Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't quite trash. I'm wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me, oh, but some girls do. Help us out! Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't quite trash. I'm wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me, oh, but some girls do. I said some girls do. You know Texas girls do like boys like me. This is some girls do. Houston, God bless y'all. Thank you. Thanks for having us. first class, but I ain't.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about it together for Sawyer Brown? That is hot. That's the way it is. Houston, you've got more in you than that. Come on down, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, you have just watched an exceptional performance. That's the way we do it in the Astrodome, and I hope you have enjoyed it. It's not going to get any better than that. One more time, give it to him. And now, Jeff Dunham.
Thank you very much. Good to see you, folks. My name is Jeff Dunham. I have a friend I'd like to introduce to you. I think audiences enjoy this guy because everyone knows someone like this. You know somebody like this in your own family or where you work? Please help me welcome my buddy, Walter. Good evening, Walter. Ah, shut the hell up. You know where we are? Yeah, I know where we are, and I don't give a darn either. Just want to get the heck out of here. Where do you want to go? Who the heck cares? I don't care. Well, aren't you enjoying the rodeo? Oh, yeah, well, enjoying the rodeo a whole lot. Yeah, it's lots of fun. So you knew when we got to the Astrodome, you were here at the rodeo. Yeah, because the Astrodome's so big. No, because the smell is so bad. Walter, it doesn't smell too bad in here. Oh, yes, it does. Just the horses. Oh, I thought it was because we were too close to College Station. Walter, you can't go telling Aggie jokes. I just did. It's not a good idea. Why not? Well, obviously, we have a bunch of Aggies here tonight. Right? See? Well, then I'll go slower. You didn't have to do that. Well, they were dumb enough to admit it. I just want to get the heck out of here. Where do you want to go? I don't care. How about where you went last weekend? No, I don't want to talk about that. No, it's very nice. Walter and his wife went on their second honeymoon. Yeah. I've been to hell twice. See, they know what I'm talking about. I see. Well, I understand your wife's here in town. Yeah, my wife's here at the rodeo. She having a good time? Oh, she always has a good time. Ticks me off. I understand you two drove all the way here? Yeah, we drove all the way. No, we stopped 10 miles out of town and walked the rest of the way. What the heck, a stupid... Well, who does the driving? I do all the driving. Well, that's good, yeah. Wouldn't want to make her do it. That's nice, yeah. And the airbag's on my side. But you guys live in California, right? Yeah. How do you feel about earthquakes? Well, earthquakes don't bother me too much, no. Set that one back about a year ago, boy, bad timing on that earthquake. How's that? Not 2 seconds before it hit, I told my grandson to pull my finger. He pulled it, I tooted, and half the neighborhood fell down. That kid hadn't come near me since. The other day, I cracked my knuckles, and he dove under the couch. Walter, how long you been married? 46 years. Ah. Do you remember the happiest moment of your life? Yeah, it was 47 years ago. I guess there's a little bit of arguing in your marriage. A little bit. Why? Well, she doesn't think she's as pretty as she used to be. But of course she is. No. Well, you know, in the last few years, you've lost an awful lot of hair. Oh, hell, I know. If I lose any more hair, pretty soon it's going to look like my neck is blowing a bubble. Well, I understand you going around the rodeo grounds here having fun, sampling some of the food, looking at some of the displays. Yeah, I got some of them new blue M&Ms. The blue M&Ms. You like the blue M&Ms? No, they make me a little nervous. Why not? Makes me feel like I'm eating a Smurf poop. Walter, you seem a little bit grumpy. I don't know. Maybe there's too much bran. Too much bran that should make you regular. Regular, hell, I'm about 3 years ahead of schedule. Hey, are we on television right now? Of course we are. Yeah, why'd he ask? I don't know. That little bunny with a drum has got me nervous. Why is that? Well, he's sitting there watching TV, sees some new product I'm gonna like, and that little furball comes marching in. Like to trap this furry little rear end. And do what? Hook him to a Sears Die Hard. What do you think he'd do? About Mach 6? Walter, why don't you tell us all what you do for a living? I write greeting cards. Greeting cards, yeah. Could you tell us one of your good ones? All right, how about a get well card? How does that go? Sorry to hear you're sick, dirtbag. Have anything a little nicer? All right, how about a belated birthday? How does that go? Sorry I missed your birthday. I thought you were dead. Anything with a little more love in it? All right, how about one for folks that are in love? All right, that'd be nice. All right, let's see. I love you as sun shines over ocean. I love you as moonlight over mountains. They say love is forever. I love you. Dirtbag. Walter, if you enjoyed this so far, it's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the next act. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being a great audience. We'll see you again soon. Good night. Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Jeff. It's an American tradition. Hank Williams Jr.
Born at a party in a barn with a guitar strapped across my arm. Now I learned to play in a different style. They said, oh Lord, he's gonna be wild. I traveled across the land. Now I got myself a backwoods band. You can hear us play for a